Final Fantasy players are sick, but I will save them.
Sup, Coomer? Don't even try to deny it, cause if you're a Final Fantasy 14... Sup, Coomer? Don't even try to deny it, cause if you're a Final Fantasy 14 player, that means you're one of us, baby. And boy are we down bad abominable. I mean, we ruin everything we touch. Can't get a cute new feature for a beloved character without everyone trying to cuck her husband. The wholesome to graphic fan art ratio is shockingly equal. And God forbid you're interested in what kind of mods people make for this game. Cause if you take just one look, your eyes and heart will never be the same. Absolutely nothing is sacred in your mind's cute cat girl character. Yes, of course we shrimp. But old grandma character with a scoliosis spine?
Matoya.
Whoa, what an absolute gilf. Am I right? Final Fantasy 14 players know where they draw the line. And it's right in the middle of fucking nowhere. Nothing is off limits to you. Fake dragon? Damn, I hope he divorced me. I'll rock.
Wait a second. So, can you guys see what I was saying? About how, like, if you looked at all of the other dragons, Horace Velgar was the most attractive one. Like, I don't think, like, because the thing is that whenever I said this, everybody said that I was fucking weird. But I don't think that I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm not wrong about this at all. Like, there's nothing weird about this at all. I'm just saying, if you compare it to the other ones.
The line, and it's right in the middle of fucking nowhere. Nothing is off limits to you. Fake dragon? Damn, I hope he divorced me. All raw? Hey, do you have scales down,
voring somebody is whenever you eat them and you hold them inside of your stomach. It's like a sexual, fetish. I know there might be some people that are, not fucking degenerates and they might not know that. Wait, you guys didn't know that? Yeah, that's what voring is. I didn't even know it was a verb. I thought it was just a, I didn't know you could vor something.
Down there? Disgusting, I tell you. I can't even imagine being that lewd.
Oh my God.
Got me thinking, why is that? Why are we so much worse than other phantoms out there? Compare us to WoW. Man, are these racists dry. I'd rather pull up an incognito tab of a stale piece of bread than whatever this is. But at least WoW players have...
That's true. I mean, listen, the WoW models, Final Fantasy, I think, really, really has WoW beat in every single way for ERP. It is just a infinitely better game.
Standards, these Coomerless races.
Pathetic.
It's a war strategy, a pro gamer move. It's so they can filter out any potential Final Fantasy 14 players and send them down the line. After all, they don't want a player base full of people who have to play one-handed. They value function over form. Whereas literally every single 14 race was created under this one rule. Make it appeal to some kind of Coomer out there in the world. And God did they succeed. And now appeal to...
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of normal, right? Was Lawfell on there? I mean, please, can we not fucking go through that again?
Some kind of Coomer out there in the world, and God did they succeed. And no, there are no exceptions. Do not try to use male row as a counterexample. I've had several people personally tell me that they receive lewd tells as a male row. These tells are definitely real and not at all made up, by the way. Even Hrothgar are furry bait, and Lalafels are for the game itself wants Coomers. It invites these people in. I made an Lalafels are perfectly real and not at all made up.
Wait, what?
Even Hrothgar are furry bait.
Everybody knows that. Like, anybody who plays a Hrothgar, I feel like they're a furry. Like, I just assume they're a furry.
And Lalafels are for the game itself wants Coomers.
Smart.
It invites these people in. I made an entire video about how the developers themselves are lost in Coomer sauce. But we managed to go even beyond that. Why the absolute fuck did you show Asmongold about ERP in this game? Is nothing sacred to you? You wanted to show that innocent little man how you write loot shit for virtual currency? I mean...
Alright, so number one... Like, it is going to be very innocent. Like, that's what I find that to be a very big insult, okay? I'd probably be on the internet longer than this girl's been alive. I don't want to hear this fucking, this talking down to me shit. What the fuck do you mean?
Kind of base, but you can't just go sharing our degeneracy willy-nilly. Asmon-chan is innocent, pure. Look at that beer. The only secrets it holds is the secret to peace and happiness. fuck. How dare you corrupt
Yeah, it's pretty hard to say that with a straight face. Let's be honest.
his mind like this. You should have known he would do it too, because he's a React Andy that loves YouTube money. In the animal
That's true.
kingdom, we call this symbiosis. But I know for a fact that you're all parasites spreading your degenerate disease far and wide.
Yes.
The question becomes, how do I fix you? How can I save you from this disease? And I know you're probably saying, Lucy, if anyone in the 14 community is gonna purge this sickness, it's sure as shit not gonna be you. And in return I say, touche my friend, but I'm an anime girl with a main character of an idol anime syndrome, so guess who's gonna try? So I've decided to start a Final Fantasy XIV Kuma rehab. Don't worry, I thought it over, and despite my own nature, I'm definitely the best pick for the job, and I will prove it to you right now. Welcome to rehab. As you may know, the first step is admitting you have a problem. Common sense might lead you to think, there's nothing wrong with me. It's okay to be a degenerate. I don't bother other people with it. And this thought process is correct. But where's the fun, the drama, the character development in that? Be honest with yourself. You're watching a Lucy Pyre video. Would a normal person do that? Of course.
I mean, somebody just linked me this video. I mean, what's wrong with this? I mean, yeah, I just got linked the video. What am I supposed to say?
It's not. Only alphas and chads watch my content, and it's time to beta ourselves down to fit better into society. Now, let's get started. The #1 cure. It works 99% of the time, most of the time. Just go join a random party finder group for any extreme or savage content. Bonus points if it says no salt or clear for a friend. Oh, you'll never want sex again after one of those. 2. You can run the vault to purge that sickness, you filthy rat. Keep doing this until you no longer know what Rule 34 means, or you uninstall the game. Either way, I will have won. 3. Invest in a modest glamour. For example, if you're a tank, it's harder to shrimp for your cat girl if she's decked out in full armor. But, you know, it does make you curious about what could be hiding
This is my armor set.
underneath all of that. Wait, fuck, scratch this one. Never mind. 4. Don't do the main story quest. Just a general recommendation, because it'll force you to meet this, this, and this. And
well, I mean, yeah.
these two, if that's your preference. I just realized it's really counterproductive for me to show you pictures of the characters. That's almost just as bad as... Anyway, if you've already cleared the story, there's no other choice. You'll have to resort to #5, the final step, the ultimate solution.
What is this?
This is where we pull out the big guns, but it's the most foolproof plan so far. I've made you the strongest resource known to mankind, and it's called the Yoshi P Wallpaper of Shame. It's easy to...
Didn't he actually go on one of the live letters and ask them to please stop installing ERP mods? Didn't he do this? Yeah. So basically, they had like this really big problem with ERP in the game. And it was like a big problem with mods and stuff like this. And he just goes on and he's like, guys, please stop this. Please just stop this. Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah. And they kind of stopped a little bit, but, you know, not enough.
The design is very human. I've made it just for you, and it's freely available on Twitter, my child.
Oh
what
my
did
God.
I tell you? I would do anything to cure you of this illness. Just make this your wallpaper, and every time you have a thought that would make Crystal Mommy sad, look into his disapproving fatherly gaze. He is disappointed in you, disappointed in us all. You can practically see the regret in every wrinkle on his face. Wait, what do you mean?
Is that a
Kinda
mega
looks like a
pint?
Batty daddy. I mean, you're completely right, but for fuck's sake, have you been listening at all? I give up. I give up on the 14 community. You're all filthy degenerates, living and dying by the coup. How can you
That's
put up
true.
with yourself? Forget Yoshi. I'm disappointed in you. I mean, if you're gonna call him a daddy, you can't just not mention Soken like that. All Coomers bless this land.
What the fuck?
To us some cringe bestow.
What the hell is going on?
Be a perversion.
Oh my God.
Water and loopy moon. Cat girls are turning red. Your peak
Bro, what the fuck?
4K to pleasure.
Is this a normal video?
Oh, the shout chat room. And when we meet our match, to tells we gladly go. Our backs are yours to bend.
Bro, I wonder what somebody who's like never seen, like you've been a WoW player for like 15 years. You've never even thought about Final Fantasy, and you show them this frame, and you're like, hey man, got a new game for you. Yep, I got a new game for you. Yeah, how about this?
Two house heavens no good. Under cooler sky, with our mods we put on a show. Voices getting high.
Oh my god.
Wide upon our backs, let's fly me. Day beckons night, down to limbs of taking it slow. Coolly hand in hand, FC drama will follow.
What the fuck, man?
Stroke the romance flame, brighter burn, dance for the paycheck.
Guys.
Catch up, red, gold spark right.
This is
3 inches.
What?
May we RPO Gil can buy. Never see cool rivers run dry.
Oh my god.
May we
How do you do something like this?
Afterlife. For this we pray.
With the furries in the background.
We pray
To Jesus, please.
Pray. Yoshi says no.
Do you want to know the truth? I think this girl's really funny. I actually do. I think she's really funny. I think this is a good video. Like, regardless of, like, the... Like, I think she's really funny. Like, absolutely. That's enough reacting for today. Yeah. Here's the video. Yeah, this is really good. Like, yeah, first funny girl in history. Okay, alright, yo, chill, bro, chill. Yeah, I'm really fucking impressed by this. This is really, really good, man. Wow, give her a sub. Yeah, I'm fucking impressed by this. Like, a normal person would not do this. I mean, listen, whenever I saw one of those, like, cat girl or dragon girls on the screen, and a girl's voice came out of it, I was surprised too, man. I was. Let me see what before it's a man. Hey, you know, it is what it is, right? I'll watch the other video, then I'll look at the Bungie stuff, okay? Here we go.
No? Do you want to learn how to be? Are you evil? No? Do you want to learn how to be? You read the title right. This is a tanking guide. Because tanking is not about fulfilling your roleplay fantasy, protecting the party. It's not even about satisfying your main character syndrome. It's about going fast. So fast that you knock the Earth out of orbit and become the enemy of the entire world. That's right.
What the
Tanking is
fuck?
all about the big pulls, baby! Remember, when the paladin cat girl says she can take 20 guys at once, she means it literally. And she achieves it through sheer force of will, determination, and these goofy little buttons called sprint and defensive cooldowns.
I
You may
use
be
those.
thinking to yourself,
Hey!
surely there's more nuance to this. And
Yeah.
there is, but you'd be shocked at how far these two things alone can take you. Hell, healers are so used to bad tanks now that they'll fall into uncontrollable lust if you use arm's length. I mean, can
I
you
never use
imagine?
that.
There are people out there who don't use it. This baby can fit so much mitigation inside of it. So yeah.
I never use that ability. The reason why I don't use that ability is because I forgot what it's keybound to. Like, I would use it. I just don't remember what I keybound it to, so I just stopped using it like a year ago.
Please mitigate damage so you can last longer. You wouldn't want to be a 1-minute man, would you? So go right ahead and pick one. Oh, and just remember that it's better to use 1 or 2 cooldowns at a time. And don't blow your load all at once, okay? We interrupt this broadcast to give you a pop quiz. Here's the $1,000,000 question. You queue into a dungeon and the DPS is pulling mobs ahead of you. What do you do? If you said you pull, you tank, then for the sake of Thancred's left ass cheek, just go back to DPS rolls.
Yeah,
Listen
they're pussies. Like, anytime somebody pulls extra mobs, that's good. Because that's more stuff for you to tank. Yeah, you always want to pull more mobs. Every single time, yeah. I never worry about that. Fuck that, man. The tanks that are like, oh, you pull it, you tank it. You know why they say that? It's because they can't get aggro.
I'm not gonna tell you have to like it when DPS decide to
'cause they
pull
suck.
ahead of you, but I am telling you that watching a DPS die and grieving the rest of the party by refusing to do your job is not the way. So if you're not
I don't
ready
know about
to
that.
ignore the Leroy Jenkins, pop a Viagra and perform, this might not be the role for you. But hey, that's why I'm here to help. There's a super pro gamer move that lets you avoid this situation entirely. Be faster. Pull before them. Use sprint. This is how you use sprint. Did you see that? Right before you pull the pack, so you get that sweet, juicy, succulent 20-second sprint.
You know, it's only
DPS
10 in
have
combat.
no hope of passing you. After all, you control the pace, and the pace is always full fucking throttle, baby! So,
yeah, the thing is, like, I didn't know that this was the meta in Final Fantasy. I thought it was rude to pull a bunch of mobs whenever I first started playing, because I was like, oh, Final Fantasy is it's a girl for, like, you know, it's a game for, like, girls and, like, weebs and, like, people that like role-playing. So, I mean, fuck, they're probably not going to want to have big pulls because it's going to interrupt them. Like, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, absolutely. And I had no idea this is the normal behavior.
you're pulling big, you're rotating your cooldowns, and you are using your AoE rotation to maintain aggro for the love of fucking God. That means that by this point, you're already better than 90% of Duty Finder tanks, but there is
it really
still
that
an
bad?
elephant in the room boss fights. What about those?
How is it that
you see this
bad?
little guy? Aight, you're gonna smack him, turn him around this way, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just don't cleave the party. You may be asking yourself, but what
Why?
about my cooldowns for the bosses? How
You
many
just hit
should
the
I
same
save for
button
that?
over and
the
over.
Answer is
It's
none.
easy.
Don't fall for that shit. It's a trap. With large dungeon pulls, which I encourage you to do, mobs are gonna pound you way harder than the boss will. Don't save cooldowns for these wet noodle hits. There is one exception. Sometimes you will see this ominous red symbol on your character, which means you should probably use one cooldown. Yeah. Nice. Now,
I don't know what that
choosing
is.
the tank you want to escape the city with. Every tank
Yeah,
is
I
similar,
get that
but
doesn't
they all
matter.
have their
It
quirks,
doesn't matter.
so here's a crash course. Paladin.
I'll
Play
just get
this if
healed.
you also like sparkly shit and you're still naive enough to believe in things like law and order. Warrior.
See, listen to that. Is McConnell still in the chat?
With every tank is similar, but they all have their quirks, so here's a crash course. Paladin. Play this if you also like sparkly shit and you're still naive enough to believe in things like law and order. Warrior.
Bro, it's so sad. It really is so sad. He got called out. Yeah, he left. I bet he fucking did. Here's the thing, is I think that, I actually think they should allow paladins to use a two-handed sword. I feel like there is no reason why a paladin shouldn't be able to use a two-handed sword as just as a skin, basically. I think that would be cool.
Here, play this if all you care about is being indestructible and you think being a dumbass is a lifestyle choice. Dark Knight. Play this if you're compensating for something and your dad is still out looking for milk. And Gunbreaker.
What the fuck? What? Those are my two main classes. I'm an overcompensating
play this if you're a degenerate and you
dumbass.
can't handle peace and quiet. And congratulations! It's time to receive your tanking PhD, which means you're all ready for tanking content. Just don't forget this one little thing. Tank stance, now coming in 4 special little flavors of the exact same thing. These
I use that about half the time.
days, if you blink at the enemy, it'll hate you for life. This groundbreaking modern technology is found only in Final Fantasy XIV, where tanks are just more defensive DPS. Join us today
That's
for
right.
just
That's why I like them.
$12.99 a month. A new superiority complex guaranteed or your money back.
Warning, may cause
Good.
perceived mold and gamer raging behaviors. Please contact your therapist before ordering.
Okay. Okay, very fucking funny. Classic Wild Threat. All classes are DPS classes? Yeah, it's way better. This is good. I don't agree with the Dark Knight thing, okay? I think the Dark Knight thing is for edgy boys. It's for edgy boys that grew up thinking Dante from Devil May Cry was the coolest dude ever, okay? Like, there's a link. Yeah, give her a like, give her a sub. She's almost at 100,000 subscribers. I've never seen her content before, but I find this to be very, very fucking funny. Dante, yeah, he is cool, though. Yeah, true, bro. I played Dark Knight, too. Yeah, 100%, man. I know that, man. Dante was such a badass, man. Absolutely. Yeah, Dante's the coolest. Yeah, 100 fucking %, man. Yeah, dude, we all play Dark Knight in here. 100%.